What is it? It's Tuesday, 4 June, year of our Lord 2024. I'm Jim Munchbach, and I am about to start a new semester at the University of Houston at the Bauer College of Business in personal finance, and I'm hoping everything goes well. I'm going to jump over into the Zoom meeting now and get that started if I can, if everything works. So we're live. We're live, but I'm going to have to get this Zoom meeting going if I can. If I can get the Zoom meeting going, that would be great. Oh, start meeting. So we have a meeting, but I'm not sure I started the right meeting. This is what sometimes happens. Hey, somebody's coming into the meeting. No, that's not somebody coming into the meeting. That is, let's see, participants. That's me coming into the meeting. Okay, I'm sorry. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, they made some changes to Zoom. It now is the workplace and home. Let's see, home, summer, view. So I'm going to jump over here and see if I can. Back to meeting. I think I'm going to have to end this meeting and then try to start the new meeting. I apologize. Sometimes we have some issues with technology, and today we're having a few issues with technology. I did not anticipate this. I did. Okay, so I'm going to view that. What's the deal? Now, start meeting. This is a little embarrassing. If you've ever had issues with, okay, I have to update. Of course, I have to update. So if you're watching on our YouTube channel, my YouTube channel at Jim Munchbach, or on Facebook, you're here before my students got here. So I'm just not sure why. I updated and I want to start that meeting. I may have to end this. I'm going to end this and come right back. I apologize. It just isn't working. Open full details. It occurs weekly. This is crazy. I was working out with Justin the other day. Justin, if you're watching, he had some trouble with his audio, and I thought, man, technology issues are a pain. And he was having what seemed like a relatively minor issue, and I am having a challenging issue myself, and it's much more challenging than just not having audio. If you are watching on Facebook or YouTube, if you wouldn't mind leaving a comment and just let me know you are okay. I'm going to start this meeting and hope that I have some participants. I don't see any participants, which tells me that we are not really working at the moment. One of the issues I have every new semester is using the correct link. So if you go to uhzoom.com, it should take you to this link. Aha, we have a student. Awesome. I'm going to admit you. Hey there, Hope. I see you're in the chat. You're the first. I hope we get some more. Can you tell me, let me see. having a little issue, a little technology issue here. So I'm assuming you can hear me. Can you hear me, Hope? If you wouldn't mind just chatting in to the chat box. Good. You can hear me okay? Great. Hey, did you have any trouble with the link? Did you grabbed the link from the syllabus or from Canvas, I'm assuming, to get to this Zoom meeting? Is that correct? Okay. So did you do the uhzoom.com? Did you hit that link or did you have another link from the syllabus? Do you know? Okay, cool. And that got you here, right? That worked okay? Okay. Well, welcome. Thank you. We're the only ones in the Zoom room right now, so I'm assuming there may be some issues, uh, or maybe everybody. This is an asynchronous course, as you know, so you don't have to be at the Zoom meeting. But typically, we get quite a few folks in the first lesson, the first week. So we'll get started here in a minute. It's about 10:07, so I'm going to assume that some students are watching online on Facebook or YouTube. But do you have any questions before we jump in, Hope? Are you good to go? Are you ready for me to hit the start button? Okay. I'll have to admit you. So if you do that, I'll see the pop up and I will admit you right away. So, okay, I'm going to just start my screen here. Oh, looks like you did do that. Okay, looks like Hope left and came back. And you're back. Hope, can you still hear me okay, I guess? Looks like you're muted, so you can chat in or just tell me, and I'll just... Okay, here we go. I'm going to just get started. Hope, can you hear me? Hope you can hear me. Oh, yes. Okay, I see that. Thank you. Cool. Okay, well, let's get started. So I wanted to this is the first day of summer school, so welcome. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, we are live streaming. We will live stream each week. The Zoom meeting will be at 10 a.m. on Tuesdays. So here we are in the Zoom meeting and live streaming. I live stream this to Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So if you're watching on any of those platforms, welcome. If you're a student at the University of Houston at the Bauer College of Business and you signed up for summer school personal finance, I'm Jim Munchbach and I'll be your facilitator. So we will jump right in and get started. And if you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel, if you're a student, I think one of the best ways to just be notified and stay up to date is to click on if you use YouTube, if you have an account at YouTube, then by all means subscribe at Jim Munchbach. So and Munchbach has an H on the end. So welcome again. So what I want to do in this this isn't really a lesson today. It's just an overview. I want to give you a really good idea of the course and what to expect in the course. And so I'm just going to go through in section 1, part 1, I'll talk about the big idea of the course. And then I'll share a little bit, just highlight a little bit about the 3 laws of personal finance, which you will find some information in Money Study Group. Your online portal, you'll find information about that. And we'll talk a little bit about what is a financial plan, because that's going to be a very important part of your work this semester in personal finance. And then part 2, we'll just talk a little bit about some housekeeping rules. Again, just general things related to the course that I think you may want to know. I'll tell you a little bit about Money Study Group and why we use that portal over there at Thinkific. So we'll talk about that. I'll share some important links and a few other things that will just help you get through the course and earn an A. I do believe you can earn an A, an easy A in this course. So we will definitely do some work today to just highlight a few of the things you can do to get an A in the course. Another thing we'll do in part 3 is I'm just going to very briefly touch on each of the assignments that you will do this semester. So these assignments will be posted in Canvas, and you will have very clear instructions in Canvas about the assignments, and I'll just touch on those assignments quickly, and then we will we'll cover each of those assignments each week. So what we're going to do now is, I think what we'll do now is look at part 1 and see, we'll go to the big idea. So let's do that. Let's talk about the big idea. So the big idea is how to become a millionaire by age 50. And that's a goal that I kind of created for this course early on. And so we'll talk about that throughout the semester. I don't know what your goals are. I'm really, really eager to know what your goals are in this course. Why did you sign up for personal finance? I'm hoping that you like this goal. I think it's a good goal. It's probably not what you think, though. So we'll spend some time next week talking about what it actually means to be a millionaire. Some students in the beginning think that to be a millionaire means you make $1 million a year, and that's not really what it is. Basically, to become a millionaire by the time you're 50 means that you have a net worth of $1 million. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. That does not have to be your goal in this course. It certainly is a goal that I think that I absolutely believe is achievable. If you're a student at the Bauer College of Business and you graduate with a business degree and you actually get a job, I promise you I can teach you how to become a millionaire by the time you're 50. And if you think that seems like a really big goal, let me just encourage you to think about the idea of inflation. Inflation means $1 today is going to be worth much less down the road. So by the time you're 50, $1 million, which may seem like a huge amount of money today, isn't going to be a huge amount of money. And so the goal to become a millionaire by the time you're 50, well, I think it's a good goal. You may think it's a huge goal, and I'm telling you it's a very achievable goal. And whatever your goal is, whatever your financial goals are, this course is designed to help you achieve them. So that's the big idea in a nutshell. We'll talk about that again much more as we go through the course. I do want to mention there's a video, there will be a video. I think it may already be there in your playlist, and we'll talk about your playlist soon. We'll talk about the links, but one of the links is uhplaylist.com, and that is where I will be posting some videos throughout this semester. These will be videos specifically for this cohort, Summer School 2024. So 3 laws of personal finance are the first law of personal finance is the law of spending and saving. Spend less than you earn so you can save more for what matters most. The second law is the law of tax-advantaged investing. And the IRS makes the law. Our job, your job, what I'm going to teach you how to do is to take advantage of the tax laws to your benefit in a legal way. The third law of personal finance is the most important one. It's the law of purpose and commitment. So we'll focus on that as we go through the course. So the 3 laws of personal finance are 3 laws that I would hope you will want to learn and remember and keep in mind for the rest of your life. Next, one of the questions I'm going to ask you this semester, and I'm going to ask you to start thinking about it today, because one of your homework assignments will be to just answer the question, what is a financial plan? When I say the word financial planning, for most people, everyone has a different idea in their mind about what it means to engage in financial planning. And so I'm curious, what is your definition of a financial plan? I'll help you kind of get really sure and confident about what a financial plan is. In fact, in this semester, you're going to build a comprehensive, holistic financial plan. We're going to do some interesting things using an online portal. It's called Right Capital. You'll see in the next few assignments, you will be invited to set up an account with Bayrock Financial, which is my company. Bayrock sponsors this course, in fact. And so the tool that I use as a wealth advisor when I engage a client in financial planning, it's something called Right Capital. And it's simply a premium financial planning platform that is really a great way to collaborate on financial planning. And that's what you're going to have access to this semester. And so I'm going to teach you what is a financial plan. I'm not just going to teach you, I'm going to show you, and I'm going to help you create one. And by doing that, throughout this semester, you're going to have the experience of building a financial plan. So you're going to be able to incorporate all of the elements of financial planning as we go through the semester in your financial plan. So I hope that sounds good to you. If it sounds scary, if it sounds intimidating, don't be intimidated by it. I promise we'll take it step by step, and it will all make sense by the end of the semester. So that is where we're going to go. By the way, I will be posting each week. I'll post a special post for each assignment and each lecture. It'll just be a unique post for that day so that I can put links in. And you can, when you watch this live stream, there will be a link. There is no post today. It's just an overview. But in the future, when we do one of these live streams, when we do a Zoom meeting, I'll create a post and I'll have a link in the comments or in the description of the video, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. So you'll always be able to just click on that link and go directly to the post that I will be referring to so that I can include any special links and resources for that specific lecture or lesson. And so that is one of the things I wanted to just highlight. What is a financial plan? Start thinking about that. What is a financial plan to you? What does that mean? Next, we'll jump into some housekeeping rules, and I wanted to talk a little bit about Money Study Group. So let's just do that now. Money Study Group is it's where I designed this online course. So for many, I just found out my battery's dying, so give me a second. It's never good when your battery dies, and it's not good when your it's not good when your cord is too short to reach the battery. So that means I have to reach over here and get a different cord, plug it into my computer. I'm sorry for this moment of, okay, so give me just a second. I'm gonna go over here and start working on a couple of things. I have to unplug this wire, plug this wire in, and reach up here. This is my studio, by the way. I'm working out of my studio, kind of at home right now, and it's a lot of fun, but it is also a bit of a challenge. So now I'm going to try to get back to, where were we? Okay. I'm going to have to go back to here. And I think if I go here, there we go. One more. So the online course design, here we go. We're back in business. The online course content, I'm sure you've signed up for some professional online courses before, and those courses are there's a wide range of platforms that you can use to deliver online training. And I've been teaching personal finance at the University of Houston since 2012, I think, January of 2012. And we've always been in person. I've always taught in the classroom, which was awesome until COVID hit. And at that point, we were required to take our courses online. So I did that. I took my course online. And one of the things that I discovered, because I asked my students, I learned that you preferred, or at least the majority of students preferred, asynchronous courses that were available at your convenience on demand. And so because of that, I did a lot of research and invested a lot of money in creating a high quality course. And so I use the platform called Thinkific. And you can see on your screen, I put together just a few kind of blurbs that relate to Thinkific, the platform that I use to create this course. So when you go to moneystudygroup.com, you'll see that you're invited to enroll in the course. And that's something that started after the pandemic. And again, because I asked students, it was the preference to have this course, Personal Finance, be available as an on-demand course. So that was one of the things that I've done, invested in, and it's been a lot of work, but I think it works pretty well. I get really good feedback from students at the end of each semester, and I hope that is your experience as well. But I do want to mention there is a cost. I believe it's $79. If you haven't got the money to sign up today, don't worry about that. You have access to the course for at least 1 week for the first week, so you can get through the first assignment without enrolling. However, you will need to enroll in Money Study Group. If you can't afford the $79, then I would encourage you to, give me a call, reach out. We'll figure out a way to get you a scholarship. But here's the thing. When I taught this course for years and years, before we went to the asynchronous online component with Thinkific at moneystudygroup.com, we charge for textbooks. I know you pay for textbooks. And we had at that time in this course an arrangement with Dave Ramsey where he provided a tremendous library of resources, videos, and content. And we used that. I used that content in this course, and it cost $100. So you paid $100. And what I found over time is that library was pretty out of date. It wasn't very flexible. I couldn't really create content that helped me achieve the objectives that I wanted to achieve in this course, to teach you how to become a millionaire by the time you were 50. So for that reason, I did some research, and I found that it was better to have a platform that we could use that would work better for the purpose. So this course is built to purpose to teach you how to become a millionaire by the time you're 50. And I hope that paying $79 isn't something that outrages you. If it is, give me a call. We'll talk about it. But it is what it is. It's a very expensive platform. And so you get access to it for 6 months, and you get the free access to the premium financial planning portal, which you're going to find is a tremendous resource, at least for this course, hopefully for your financial life. So that's the introduction to Money Study Group and the platform Thinkific. Next, I want to just highlight these links. So if you're in the Zoom meeting right now, and it's just me and Hope right now, so thanks, Hope, for being here. But hopefully this link works. If not, if you're watching this video on YouTube or Facebook or in LinkedIn, if you checked out the Zoom link, which is uhzoom.com, it should take you to this weekly Zoom meeting. And sometimes Zoom changes things, and so it doesn't work. And I'm wondering just if you could just confirm in the comments below if that link works. Also, we'll talk about GroupMe in a minute, and if you want to jump into our special GroupMe, which is for this specific cohort, it is at uhgrp.com. That should take you to this semester's GroupMe. We'll talk a little bit about GroupMe in just a minute, but I just wanted to highlight these links. And also the YouTube, we have a YouTube playlist on my channel at Jim Munchbach. And that playlist, the link to that playlist is uhplaylist.com. So each semester, I take that domain, uhplaylist.com, and I change the forwarding to the specific playlist for the current semester. So you should be able to find this semester's playlist right there at uhplaylist.com. And if everything works, if all the magic works, it will work. But sometimes with technology, it doesn't work so well. So do let me know if you have any trouble with any of those links. And they should all be in the syllabus as well. Next, I want to just talk about, the Zoom meeting. I want to talk about the Zoom meeting and the playlist together and just to help you understand, we do have a Zoom meeting. This is an asynchronous course. You do not have to attend the Zoom meeting. However, you are required to watch the Zoom meetings each week. I know that may be disappointing for some, but it is the truth. This is like the weekly lecture, and if you feel like you shouldn't have to go to lectures in a course, even though it's an asynchronous course, we should talk, because you're probably going to want to find another course, because this course, you're required to watch the weekly Zoom meetings. I hope that doesn't offend you. I've been surprised in teaching this course over the years that some students actually felt like they should not have to go to class. And I was like, I don't know where you got that idea, but if you're in this course, you had to go to class when we met in person. Now we're asynchronous, and this Zoom meeting is what you have to view. Now, if I were you, I would watch it on YouTube. Again, each of these live streams are going to end up in your playlist on YouTube at uhplaylist.com. This video, this stream will be saved to that playlist. It's not there right now at the moment in real time. It is on the channel at Jim Munchbach. Munchbach has an H on the end. That's where this is live streaming if everything's working. It's also live streaming to LinkedIn and Facebook. We have a Facebook page. But here's the thing. You can watch this video, this live stream. You can watch this Zoom meeting in YouTube, and you can click on the little thing, the settings gear, that will allow you to watch it in double time. And that's what I would do if I were you. If I were taking this course, I would watch the videos in double time, because you can rewind and you can fast forward, rewind, and in the videos this semester, a new thing that's going to happen in the videos is there will be timestamps. So this is a lot of work, but it's something that I like. I appreciate when I watch a video on YouTube to have timestamps. So I'm going to do my best. I'm going to commit to you to provide timestamps in the videos to help you navigate the videos. Now, that's a kind of a platform-specific benefit, and it's just something that I think will help in terms of these weekly Zoom meetings that you're required to watch, because each semester we have some new and specific things that we talk about in the Zoom meeting and the lecture, and you'll want to know where those are. So hopefully that helps. So don't forget, Zoom meeting is required, but you don't have to be here during the Zoom meeting. It will be live streamed and it will be saved to the playlist for this semester, which is uhplaylist.com. So next is GroupMe. I want to just GroupMe every semester. Well, not every semester. I still do a little survey, because there are a lot of different tools or apps out there that can be used for collaboration, for communication within a community, for keeping up with one another, sharing things, helping one another. And so I always ask, is there a platform that you prefer? So I'm curious to know. There's a question in Money Study Group, a survey question where I will be reading your comments. So please do leave your comments there in Money Study Group to tell me, what do you prefer for a class collaboration tool? GroupMe has been the number one choice since we began. So for that reason, we're still using GroupMe. Each semester, I set up a new GroupMe for the specific cohort. So you should be able to find that at uhgrp.com. Should take you right to this GroupMe. The way we use GroupMe, though, I should mention, I do not moderate the GroupMe group. I feel like GroupMe, in fact, several students have told me that GroupMe is a great tool for students to collaborate with one another. And that's what it's for. That's what it's there for. Now, if you have a question, like maybe you watch this video and you did like I said, you hit it double speed and you went really fast and you missed something, and now you're doing your homework assignment and you find that you have a question. Don't email me with your question, please. First, post your question in GroupMe, and there will be students there who didn't watch double speed and who took notes and who were well prepared. We call those students A students. And A students know that they don't email their professor as soon as they have a question. They just don't do that. They figure it out. And amazingly, these A students generally are very generous people, and they are happy to contribute by answering questions. And that's what GroupMe is for. If you're a student who's really, you're an A student, you need very little direction from me to achieve an A, especially in this course, because this course, there's a lot of information, but it's really not difficult. And so if you're an A student, I want to encourage you, invite you, beg you to, be a part of our GroupMe group so that you can answer questions. And if you answer questions, other students will have questions. If you are one of those A students who can answer those questions, grab a screenshot and just save that, pop it into your weekly assignments, and I'll give you extra credit for answering those questions. If you're a student who has a lot of questions and you decide you want to email me with your questions and you haven't asked it in GroupMe, probably not going to reply to those emails, because that's just not something I'm able to do, is answer all those questions. So if it's covered in the Zoom meeting and you just didn't get it, please ask in GroupMe. And again, I'm not moderating that group. So here's the thing. If you have a question and it's not getting answered in GroupMe, by all means, send me an email or a text message. My mobile number, my iPhone, is in the syllabus. And you're welcome to text messages the best. I get those right away. And I will answer your question if you tell me that you've asked in GroupMe and other students have the same question and you're not getting an answer. Then by all means, I want to be available to answer those questions. But please understand, if you're asking questions that I've already covered and that you haven't asked in GroupMe, please understand if I diss you when you send me an email asking a simple question that you should know the answer to. Start with GroupMe, please. So thank you for that. That's our GroupMe, uhgrp.com. So next, I want to just quickly mention that one of the things I do, if you can't get an answer in GroupMe and you ask me a question, typically that's a question, if you're not getting an answer in GroupMe, that's a question that I need to spend a little time and answer. So I will ask you to help me, help you, help the whole cohort. Here's how that'll work. It's just basically a tutorial request. Now, I'm going to talk about the Capstone Assignment, which is, in fact, like the final examination, final exam. We don't actually have a final in this course. So we will have a capstone assignment, which is really not a difficult assignment. It's an assignment where you're going to take all of the components of your financial plan that you build over the course of the semester. You're going to put it all together in that one assignment, and that is your capstone assignment. So if you keep up with the assignments throughout the semester and you get decent grades, you don't have a lot of deductions, then by the time we get to the capstone assignment, you're basically just going to be reviewing what you learned this semester and putting it all together in a capstone assignment. So here's the thing. Along the way, if you have questions, I'll be able to provide some answers. I think I've answered most of the common questions that will come up throughout this semester. But if there's a question that has not been clearly answered in each of the elements of your financial planning overall course, if that makes sense, if there's a question that I need to answer to help you get an A on your capstone, then what I'm going to ask you to do is just kind of help me understand your question, and then I'll go create a video tutorial to answer that question, and I'll post it in the YouTube playlist. I'll also create like a component in Money Study Group to answer that question, which you will find lots of answers to lots of questions in Money Study Group. So hopefully that helps, but that's kind of a special thing that I want to provide for you throughout the semester, is an answer to your question, as in a tutorial that really answers your question so that everyone else can benefit from your question. So next, I just have to tell you that these Zoom meetings, which are required for you to view, you're not required to be here, but you are required to view the Zoom meeting. This week's class collaboration, every week, every lesson, we are going to have at least one element of the Zoom meeting where I'm going to say, hey, this is this week's class collaboration. And it's basically going to be a screenshot. It's going to be you commenting, sharing your opinion, telling me something about something that relates to the course and to this assignment and to this lecture in this Zoom meeting. And you're going to have to take a screenshot of your comment. So this week's class collaboration this is this week's class collaboration. Let me see if I can get this to play. Yeah, this is the magic. So this week's class collaboration is, how do you feel about the requirement to watch the Zoom meetings every week? In other words, does that make sense to you? Is it reasonable? Is it something that other professors require you to do in an asynchronous course? That's this week's class collaboration. You can leave a comment. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can leave a comment there. If you're watching on Facebook, you can leave a comment there. You can leave your comment in LinkedIn. You can leave it in Money Study Group. And then wherever you leave that comment, I just want you to grab a screenshot of the comment that you left and then use that screenshot in your assignment for the week. I'll talk about screenshots here in just a minute, but before I do that, I just want to mention this week's class collaboration is about the Zoom meeting. How do you feel about the Zoom meeting and the requirement to watch it? So that's this week's class collaboration. And you will get a 15-point deduction. Your assignments each week are worth 50 points. You'll get a 15-point deduction if you fail to watch the weekly Zoom meeting. So the only way I know that you watched the Zoom meeting is I'm going to ask you to tell me to post your comment each week in this week's class collaboration. So hopefully that makes sense. It's my way of making sure you watch the Zoom meeting. So the one place you won't get credit, you'll get a deduction if you post it in GroupMe, because obviously if you post your class collaboration for this week in GroupMe so that every other student doesn't have to watch the Zoom meeting, that will kind of defeat the purpose. So don't post your don't grab a screenshot of you posting the answer to this week's class collaboration in GroupMe, because that would defeat the purpose. You understand that, right? I hope you do. Leave a comment, and you can, like I said, you can leave a comment if you're watching this on YouTube. Leave a comment there, grab a screenshot, and we'll be good to go. You will need to paste that screenshot into your article, your weekly assignment. Okay, so how to take a screenshot. This is something that I just wanted to mention because one of the goals at the Bauer College of Business, one of the overarching goals in every course we teach, is to help you as a student develop a higher level of communication skills. Okay, and I think, nobody's told me this. This may be just my opinion, but it is my opinion, and I apply it in this course in lots of ways. In lots of ways, when you do your assignments, I require you to demonstrate that you have a certain level of communication skills. And I don't know about you, but actually, I got to assume that you are like me and that you have lots of opportunities throughout the course of your day and your week to need to show someone something from your screen. And so you will be doing lots of screenshots this semester, and you need to know how to take a proper screenshot. So the first thing I want you to know about a screenshot is it is not a picture of your screen. So if you send me a picture of your screen, I'm going to send you a 15-point deduction. 15-point deduction because we covered this in the Zoom meeting and you failed to do it. And because taking a picture of your screen is really just a very lazy, generally not a very high quality way to communicate what it is you're trying to share. So I want you to know how to take a screenshot. And I do have a tutorial for that. In fact, you can play this you can play this video on YouTube at very slow and take a screenshot of the video. And in this video, that what you're seeing on the screen right now is actual instructions for how to take a screenshot, and pretty much on a Mac, on a PC, whether you're using Safari, even Snippet tool. There's a Snippet tool if you're a Windows user. I love my Mac, so I don't really know how to use the Windows stuff. I mean, I know how, but I don't do it. But you will be doing it. So learn. Just take a few minutes. It'll just take you a few minutes, and you will have a new skill. If you don't have that skill today, by tomorrow, by the end of this video, you should be able to know how to take a screenshot. So that is an important part of it. You don't want to get a deduction for not knowing how to take a screenshot. So next, I get this question a lot. When you start working on your financial plan, and it'll be a couple weeks before that happens, or maybe you're in money study group and you're having trouble navigating. Most of the time, whenever your phone stops working, or iPad stops working, or your computer stops working, the number one fix is to turn it off and let it reboot, and kind of, I don't know what it does, but it does something. Well, when you have problems online with some data coming or showing, whenever you have that problem, the number one way to fix it is to clear your cache. Cache is C-A-C-H-E, I think. And I don't really know why. It's way technical, but it is the way to fix it. So I've had this question hundreds of times from students that email me, my platform, whatever it is, money study group, Right Capital, it's not working. And so what do I do? And usually when you clear your cache, it fixes it. So I want you to know how to clear your cache. And again, I wanted to mention that because that is a question I get all the time. And I want to make sure you know how to fix that. So part 3, now I'm just going to jump into the actual assignments that you're going to have. And I'm just going to spend maybe 30 seconds on each one. And we will kind of wrap up after that. But this is actually, let me get rid of that. This is just a list. Should be 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this would be basically 14 weeks of lessons. And these are the lessons that will be posted in Canvas. And these are the lessons, the homework assignments. And they basically every one of these is... every one of these assignments is in coordination with the big goal of the course, which is to become a millionaire by the time you turn 50. So if you follow along, each of these lessons, each of these homework assignments will have a specific outcome designed into the assignment. So we start with saving. I think I mentioned the 3 laws of personal finance. The first law of personal finance, which is the most disregarded law of personal finance in history, is the law of spending and saving. Spend less than you earn so you can save more for what matters most. So this coming week, actually, the assignment that will be posted today, that will be due next week, every assignment is posted right after the Zoom meeting. So Tuesday at 10 a.m. Central Time is the Zoom meeting that gets posted to the playlist. And then as soon as I end the meeting, I will go and I'll make some updates to the video so that you'll have the timestamps. Like I said, I'm committing to do that this semester for the first time. And when I post the video to the playlist, then I will go into Canvas and I will make some updates to the assignment, and I will post your assignment in Canvas, and it will always be due the following Tuesday at 10 a.m. So the due date for your assignments is 10 a.m. on Tuesday, and the date that I actually post the assignments is Tuesday, 11 a.m. when we finish the course. So hopefully that helps. So saving, this week's assignment, the one that's going to be posted today, is saving with Chuck. Now, it is summer school, so I got to tell you, I got to tell you that I'm reading your comments, Hope, and I appreciate that. Cool. I'm going to read it more closely later, but right now I'm going to just say, before I forget what I was saying, savings. Yeah, you're going to watch some videos, which is sometimes, I love to use videos that other folks put together that save, I was going to say save me the trouble, but the truth is, there's so much great content out there, and I love to use the content that from people I trust. And this week you're going to do Saving with Chuck, and this is our friends at Charles Schwab. As Bayrock Financial is my company, and I am so thankful that my company gets to custody our assets at Charles Schwab. It's a fantastic organization. I don't work for Charles Schwab. This is not a Charles Schwab commercial, but as an independent fiduciary advisor, I'm not, if you know anything about Bernie Madoff, he custodied his assets himself, and he created all the reports and accounting, and it didn't turn out well. So if you're a client, you want to work with someone who has a custodian that you can trust, a high quality custodian, and Charles Schwab is my custodian. So they're the ones that put together this week's great content to teach you about savings. So I hope you enjoy that. And that will be this week's lesson. And that's the first lesson in personal finance, is saving. Next, after that, we will be working on budgets. So the following assignment, and it is summer school. I don't think I finished that thought. It is summer school, so you're going to have to pay attention to the syllabus to see when these assignments are due. We typically, in a normal semester, we have one assignment due each week, but because it's summer school and you signed up for summer school, you're going to have to do more than one assignment a week. So you'll be doing 2 assignments. I don't think you have any weeks where you have 3 assignments, but you have lots of weeks where you will have 2 assignments, and those dates are in the syllabus. I'm not even going to I'll keep up with it, but I can't tell you what they are at the moment. So that is budgets are really important. If you're not familiar with a budget, if you've never done a budget, you're going to get a chance to create one this semester. And a budget is a very important tool to manage money. It's the way that you tell your money what you want it to do for you. So if you have no priorities, then you probably don't need a budget. But if you do, if you have priorities and you need some rules, boundaries, and limitations to prevent you from spending too much money on stuff that doesn't matter, and you need a tool, a way to save more for what matters most, a budget is the way you do that. And so that will be one of your assignments. Next is credit reports and FICO scores, and those are two very different things, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it now, but I am going to tell you, you will do a credit report this semester. If you don't have a Social Security number, I'll tell you what you need to do about that, but it is something you will do, is create a free credit report. It's different than a FICO score. I'm not looking for your FICO score. I'm looking for your credit report, and I'll tell you why when we get to that assignment. The next assignment is what's called the parental interview. This is probably my favorite assignment. It's one of the most powerful, meaningful, impactful assignments that I've ever had in this course. You'll talk a little bit about your first memories of money, and you will invite a parent or an uncle, someone from an older generation, to share their story with you. That's your assignment. And you will ask them what is their first memory of money, and I'll talk about that as we get closer to the assignment. But it is, like I said, it's probably my favorite assignment in the entire course. I look forward to reading your summary of those interviews that you do with your parent, an uncle, an aunt, a grandparent. So looking forward to that. By the way, you will not get credit if you do this interview with your roommate, just so you know. Next, we're going to talk about consumerism. Consumerism is something that I think is an important idea for you to understand. If you don't know it, as a college student, you have a huge target on your back. You are being pursued by the credit industry, and they want to get your money in their pocket, and that's the name of the game. If you haven't figured that out yet, just start paying attention to all of the ads that come your way, and you will understand how our culture of consumerism works to try to sell you things that you don't really need, to impress people you don't really know with money you don't really have. Consumerism is a hugely expensive way to live. So the next lesson, we'll focus on the credit crush. This is another one of my favorite assignments. It's going to help you understand how credit works and what you can do about it. So we have two assignments: credit crush setup, where you'll just start to do some things to prepare yourself for the actual assignment. The credit crush assignment is the one that will become part of your capstone assignment. So the credit crush assignment is an important, necessary, and very helpful part of your capstone and your overall experience in personal finance. So next is the actual credit crush assignment. And like I said, it is an important part of your capstone assignment. And this is where you're going to learn how different debt strategies work so that you can pay off your debt and manage your debt in a way that will be way more effective than if you just randomly manage your debt. So that's an important lesson. It's not a difficult lesson, but it's very important. And like I said, it will be part of your capstone assignment. So you want to get this one right. It's not until week number 5 and 6, but just wanted to mention it. Next is bargaining and negotiating. I know some folks love to bargain and negotiate, and some folks are afraid of it or just want to avoid it. It feels awkward. Either way, this is something that I want you to understand. It's a huge difference maker in your financial life if you choose to learn a few skills for bargaining and negotiating. So that's coming up. It's an important lesson. I hope you look forward to it. When I taught this course using Dave Ramsey's material, it was one of my favorite lessons because we used Dave Ramsey's material. And if you've ever watched or listened to Dave Ramsey, he loves to bargain and negotiate. So it's kind of fun. He got super excited about it, and he's a little obnoxious if you ask me, but it was a hoot. He was a hoot in those lessons. So we'll talk about bargaining and negotiating because I want you to learn a few basic skills that can really help you move the needle in your financial life and certainly help you become a millionaire by the time you turn 50. Okay, we're running out of time, so I'm going to go fast. We're going to talk a little bit about risk. I think risk is insurance, basically, Insurance 101. We're going to cover insurance briefly, and you will learn some things about different types of insurance. My goal in this lesson, in the Insurance 101, is for you to become a good consumer of insurance because you're going to spend a lot of money on insurance in your life. So that's what I'm going to try to teach you. It's a challenge. It's the hardest lesson to teach because it's boring for most people, and it's a ton of information. So I'm going to try to help you understand insurance in a way that can make you a better consumer of insurance. The next lesson is investment basics, and this is probably the most popular lesson in the entire course. This is where I'm going to teach you 4 investment strategies designed to help you maximize returns and minimize risk. In addition to that, I'm going to teach you about the perfect investment. And so I'm not going to say much about that now, but I want to plant the seed and give you some encouragement that you're going to learn some really, really powerful things, strategies for investing that will help you over your investing lifetime, maximize your returns and minimize your risk. And I promise you don't want to miss this lesson on investment basics and with a bonus of the perfect investment. I'm going to tell you about the perfect investment. So that's coming, and you don't want to miss that. Okay, next is asset allocation, one of those investment strategies that are designed to help you maximize returns and minimize risk is asset allocation. And it is the single most important determinant of your portfolio's returns. So you're going to learn how to use asset allocation. You're going to learn about asset classes, and you're going to integrate that in your financial plan, and you're going to be able to watch the needle move on your financial probability of success in your financial plan because asset allocation is key. So that's an entire lesson on asset allocation. Next, I'm going to teach you about that second law of personal finance, the law of tax advantaged investing, and it's really called tax allocation, and you're going to do that in your financial plan. So that is a lesson that is very important. And again, it's part of your capstone assignment. So if you get it right in the normal assignment, the tax advantaged investing or tax allocation assignment, then you'll be way ahead on your capstone assignment. This is really it's not that complicated. May seem complicated, but what we're dealing with is different types of accounts. You're going to learn about different types of accounts because that's the game when it comes to tax advantaged investing. So that will be one of the important lessons. It may not be the most exciting, but it's a very important lesson, and you'll want to learn about tax allocation and tax advantaged investing. Okay, next, when I became a certified financial planner, I created this tool. I have one right here. Let's see if I can get here. I think if I can get right here, I'm trying to find, I was going to just show you the blueprint. There's the blueprint. It's an actual blueprint. It's a paper blueprint, but here what we have in this course is a digital blueprint, and it's really, really cool. So you'll get to you'll use your premium financial planning portal through Right Capital, and you'll have a blueprint. And so we have a lesson just to kind of put all that together. It's just, by the time we get to that assignment, that is actually, it is actually an optional assignment for most students, because here's one of the things I wanted you to know about this course, and just going to have a couple more minutes and we'll be done. But you get 50 points for each assignment. That's what's in the syllabus. But if you turn those assignments in early, I give you an extra 10 points. That's a 20% bump. I'll talk about that more next week. But the point is, at the end of the semester, you will have the opportunity to earn 950 points, which is an A at the Bauer College of Business, 950 points. You will have those points early on in the semester so that you don't have to do the blueprint assignment. Is optional. If you already have enough points, you don't have to do that assignment. So my goal is to help you get to that 950 points as soon as possible. And to do that, I'm giving you extra points for turning your assignment in early. And I'll talk about that and the benefits of that next week in next week's assignment, next week's lecture. We talked about the Capstone Assignment already. It's basically where we put it all together, and you basically do one big assignment where you take each of the elements that you've worked on throughout the semester in creating your financial plan, and you put it into one assignment. And again, if you got no deductions on those weekly assignments, then when it comes time to do the Capstone Assignment, you'll just put it all together, submit it, and you'll be good to go. And it's worth 200 points. So you definitely want to pay attention as we go through the semester. And the Capstone Assignment then becomes pretty easy to do. Okay, so now part 4, this is where we end. If you have any questions, now's a great time to pop them into the chat. If you have questions and you're watching live on YouTube or Facebook, feel free to ask the questions, but don't expect me to, I will answer them if I see them, and I will see them because I look for them, but it's just a little challenging to get a timely answer through comments. But these question and answer time is really for the students who are at the Zoom meeting. So if you have one, if you have any questions, now's a great time to post it and I'll answer it right now. So question and answer time, this is where I have a placeholder for questions, but I don't know how to use it, and I'm not even going to push that button yet because I don't want to mess up the technology. And I don't have any questions in the queue right now, so that little viewer name thing would be kind of pointless. So anyway, question and answer. Just wanted you to know that each of these Zoom meetings will have a segment for questions and answers. And these Zoom meetings normally won't be over an hour. I've already gone 3 minutes over, got a little late start. So I will always answer your questions in Zoom. I won't always wait till the end. If you have a question, you can ask anytime and we'll get to it. Next time, it's Saving with Chuck. So next time I'll spend a little time and I'll tell you about how you get extra points for early assignments. And I think that's pretty much it. Next time we'll be focused on the assignment that you do this week. We'll unpack that, and we will give you a preview of the coming week assignment. So that's all coming. This week's assignment is really simple, and it gives you a chance to just go out there and do the assignment and ask any questions you might have, but it's really an easy assignment. Okay, so just wanted to finally say that as I'm about to hit the end button, I wanted to remind you that if you want to be notified when I post these videos, and I will be posting videos throughout the semester, tutorial videos and just informational videos and helpful stuff about personal finance, I'll be posting that on my channel at Jim Munchbach. So if you like YouTube, and I do, it's a helpful platform. But if you subscribe to at Jim Munchbach, and Munchbach has an H on the end, and hit the little bell, then you'll get notified when I post videos. And so I'm supposed to also say, if you hit the like button, that helps these videos get noticed on the from the algorithm. So whether you're watching on YouTube or LinkedIn is my favorite platform. These videos get posted live stream to LinkedIn, to Facebook, to YouTube. I think that's it. So anyway, again, I'll see you next week. If you don't have any questions, I don't see any questions. Hope, thank you for being here. If you tried to get into the Zoom meeting and you had trouble doing that, please text me, email me, and we'll figure that out. Every semester, sometimes Zoom makes changes and it does something strange to the link. So we'll get it figured out. But in the meantime, this is, again, posted right there on the UH playlist. So I'm going to end with the UH playlist. So this will be posted there in just a few minutes after I end this. And I'm going to end this now, I think. So first, I'm going to end this live stream. I'm going to finish that, and then I'm going to come back and end the Zoom meeting. So here we go.